guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to finally be filming in my area again. You guys saw me filming videos at home in West Virginia. A lot of you know, if you follow my vlog channel, that my cousin passed away about 10 days ago. Actually, it's been about 2 weeks, and I flew home and I was home for 10 days, and so things were kind of crazy, and I couldn't really prep to film. I just kind of went home and tried to wing it there, and I filmed a couple hauls for you, so if you haven't seen them, I'll link those videos below for you so you can check them out if you're interested. It's some really good stuff. My Walmart at home has like crazy good stuff, and I got some really good things there I'm really excited about. So check those out if you want, but I'm excited to be doing this video. I've been planning this for a while, and it's really special because I'm doing it with my friend Kirsten from the channel It's Kirsten, and I have just recently gotten to know Kirsten a little bit more, and I just love her energy in her videos. I think she's just really fun, and I totally trust her opinion. And if you guys love haul videos, which I know you do because you always watch those on this channel, she does really great haul videos, and she's just so funny and she's so kind, and I'm really excited to be doing this video with her. We both have oily skin, so we thought that this would be a really great collab video to our top foundations for oily skin. So that's what we're going to be doing for you today. I'm going to show you my 10 choices, and then she's going to be showing you her 10 choices, and they're probably going to be really different is what I'm expecting. We kind of did a mix of drugstore and high-end, just what we really like for our oily skin, because you know, if you have oily skin, it is hard to find that perfect foundation. And so I think I've got 10 choices here for you. I might have 11, but it's a combination of drugstore high-end, so if you don't want to break the bank, don't worry about it. I got something for you. But you definitely need to go over and check out Kirsten's channel and subscribe to her. You guys are going to love her and adore her, and make sure that you tell her that I sent you. That would mean so much to me. Kirsten, thank you so much for doing this video with me. You rock, and I love you. This was a blast. Let's go ahead and get into these foundations. So the first one that I have here is the one that I'm wearing today, and I love this for all skin types, to be totally honest. If you don't have oily skin, it's totally okay. You can still use this foundation. It is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. The shade that I'm wearing is 128 because finally I got my stitches out and I was able to get my spray tan, so I'm freshly spray tan, and I hope I look tanner to you guys. I'm really, really excited about it. This is just a really great, this is actually Kim Kardashian's favorite foundation, and not that that matters, but I love it. It's a high definition foundation, so photograph, I just flung it across the room. This is just a really great high definition foundation. It's going to photograph beautifully. I love this for proms, weddings, things like that. It looks like a second skin, so it's not going to look cakey and weird on your skin. It's just going to look nice and natural and beautiful. So I love this foundation. Normally I think I'm 125 in it, or 123, something around there, but when I'm tan, I use the 128, and it's the N128, so it's like neutral 128. Then this is a really high-end choice, but I love this, and for my oily skin, it lasts so long on me. It is the Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua, and I know they have this in a compact too, I think, which is like a gel formula. So this is a little lighter weight. It's great for spring and summer because it has SPF 15 in it, and I know the compact will give you a little bit more coverage if that's what you're looking for, but this is a little bit thinner, but it still will keep you matte, and it'll last really long on your skin, but it's great because it's lightweight, but it controls that oil. So I'm a huge fan of this foundation. It is a bit pricey, but this is one I've had forever. My shade in this is B20, which is beige, and this is light for me. Like, this is really light. The one thing about this foundation is super watery, so you have to really, really, really shake it up before you use it. But I love this. I know Ingrid from the channel Miss Glamorosity really likes this too. I know Fleur de Force loves this. I know a lot of people really like it, which is where I got the recommendation a couple years ago, and I just think it's a really, really great everyday foundation, especially in the summer. I literally wear this all the time in the summer because it doesn't move even when I sweat. It's got my SPF built in, and it helps control my oil. So I really like that foundation, and I think it's worth every penny, that one. Okay, then for my first drugstore favorite, it is the Revlon Color Stay Foundation. If you have oily skin, you've heard of this, you've probably tried it because it is one of the all-timers at the drugstore for oily skin. This stuff will stay on your skin until you take it off. It is sweat-proof, it is heat-proof, humidity-proof. I love this. It has SPF 15 in it as well, and it's just a really, really good foundation. The shade that I have in this is 250 Fresh Beige. I think it's probably pretty close, a little bit light for me right now, but this one is on the older side. They also have one for, oily skin, and they have one for normal to dry skin. I actually like both formulas for oily skin. I don't think that you can just do one for oily skin. I don't think you have to buy the oily for oily skin. If you have like normal to oily skin, I would get the normal to dry skin one, but I love this, and I just can't say enough good things about Revlon Color Stay. Also, the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, very good as well. Then I bought this at IMATS, not this year, this past January, but a year ago January, the Lorac Perfection Foundation. This is oil-free, paraben-free, fragrance-free, SPF of 20, really thick. I like to use a beauty blender with it to make it a little bit more natural. The shade I have is PR2 Light, and this is way too light for me now. This was good for me in the winter, but I would have to mix it with another foundation to be able to get my right shade in this. I think it's $40. I think maybe I got it for $40 and it was actually going to be like $45 or so, but I really like this. It's going to keep you matte. I think the best way to apply is with a beauty blender because it is on the thicker side, so that'll just help it look more like a second skin, but this lasts a really long time on my skin, and I've always really liked this one. Then another drugstore favorite, the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous, and apparently mine exploded all over the inside of this cap. But it is in, my shade is in 855. This has SPF 20 as well. Really good for oil control, and I think this is kind of the consistency. A little bit thicker than the Revlon Nearly Naked, but it still looks like a second skin. Still looks really natural and nice, and when I think of spring and summer foundations, I know with us oily girls, we have to have like a thicker foundation, or we think we have to have a thicker foundation to help control that oil and keep us matte, but that's just not true. You can have a lightweight foundation that's still going to do all those things for you, and that's why I love this. I always think of spring and summer as like more lightweight foundation, but I just want something with oil control. So that's why I love this option, because it's not super thick and like mask-like. So I really like the CoverGirl Outlast. It's a really good one that they came out with. One of my all-time favorites for oil control is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I've been using this for years. My shade in this is 2C1 Dusk 19. I don't know, their shades are so weird for Estee Lauder, but it has SPF 20. It's stay in place. You guys, this is maybe my holy grail oil control foundation. Like if my skin is freaking out, oil is everywhere, this is what I'm going to be wearing. It's so good. It keeps you matte, but not in a way that your face looks flat and just like lifeless. You know, there are some foundations that are so mask-like that may really make you look like that. So this is one of my all-time favorites. I have a ton of friends that I've recommended this to. I just love it. It's super affordable, and you can go to Estee Lauder when they have the gift time and get the gift when you buy this, because it's, I think it's expensive enough that you would be able to get the free gift, but it's still, I think it's only like 30 something right around there, but I love this. Estee Lauder Double Wear, one of the all-timers for me. Then I will go ahead and stick with the makeup counters. Clinique Super Balance Makeup. Oh my gosh. If you have combination to oily skin, this would be a great choice for you. The Super Balance Makeup, meaning that it's going to balance out your oily spots and your dry spots. So it really works on both, so you can use it if you have combination skin. This does not have SPF, I don't think. No. It is allergy tested and 100% fragrance free. Clinique usually is all hypoallergenic, so if you have sensitive skin, I really would like and recommend Clinique for you. I just love this. It's lightweight. I would say it's light to medium coverage, but very buildable without looking cakey. This lasts for a really long time on my skin because it's made for that combination to oily skin type. So if you're looking for something, especially for combination skin, this would be one of my #1 recommendations for you. If you're a little on the oily side, you can still use this, but if you're really oily, I would go with the Double Wear. This is a great one for combo skin, which is kind of where I've been right now, and this is what I've been wearing almost every single day. I recently picked it back up. The first time I ever heard of that foundation was from Tanya Burr from Pixie 2 Woo is her channel, I think. And I haven't watched her in quite a while actually, but she really liked that foundation. She's more combination oily skin, but she's got some dry patches on her cheeks, and she recommended that, and I picked it up, and I love it. And I'm actually a really big fan of all the Clinique foundations. I love the Even Better, I don't know, I like a lot of theirs. Okay, my last high-end one, and then how many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa, I did pick out 10 exactly, and I didn't even mean to do that. Okay, my last high-end foundation is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. This is on the heavier side. I know I've talked about how I like lightweight foundations, but if you do want more coverage, if you have acne scarring and you're oily or something like that, this is a fantastic option. This isn't mask-like. It doesn't look flat on your skin. I would always recommend applying a foundation like this with a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender, so that you're getting the most natural look for this foundation that you can get. And this shade is too light for me now. It's actually in the shade Light 48. Yeah, 48. And but this is a 24-hour wear foundation, and it will literally stay on until you take it off. It's just like the Color Stay. This, I don't know if this would be a dupe, because I think the Color Stay is a little bit thinner than this. but they're really similar in terms of staying power, and I'm just a really big fan of this one. I was hesitant to try it, and I tried Danny's, my friend, Style by Danny, in LA last year, January, so January of 2014, and I loved it. And even though her shade was a little bit lighter than me, I just mixed it with something else, and I just really loved it, and so I decided to pick it up. And I think this is a bit pricey at like $50, but really good. And this thing is so friggin' dense. It has 1 fluid ounce of product in it, but there's just so much product in here, and you only need pretty much 1 pump for your whole face because of how full coverage it is. So I would definitely recommend that if you're on the oilier side, or if you're looking for something that's a little bit more full coverage. Then my last 2 favorites are drugstore favorites. You guys know how much I love drugstore makeup, and the Maybelline Superstay Foundation is one of my all-time favorite foundations. I have this right now in 4 different colors so that I can kind of mix to get my perfect shade, but I'm just a massive, massive fan. This is a no transfer wear foundation. It's a 24-hour wear foundation. Stays on just like the Color Stay, but I like this better than the Color Stay. It's a little bit thinner, but still buildable without looking cakey, and so I'm just absolutely obsessed with this. My shade that I'm showing you right now is in Classic Beige, and I actually think that this would be a really good shade for me right now, but I just don't know that there is a better drugstore foundation. This is my holy grail drugstore foundation. So I said the Estee Lauder Double Wear might be my all-time holy grail for high-end foundation. This is probably it for drugstore foundations. I literally can't live without this in my makeup drawer because I know that if I'm going somewhere and I need something that's going to last a really long time, this is what I go to every single time because it's tried and true. I've tested it for years and I love it, and I always go back to it. So looking for a really good cheap option, Superstay, you just can't get better than this. So love this foundation. My last one is a new one, but I had to include it in this because I think it's just so good. And props to Maybelline for making such great products for oily skin. But it is the Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation. I actually really like the original Fit Me, which is weird because I do have oily skin, but I still think it looks nice when I've got like a little bit drier skin in the winter. But I love that they just did a dewy foundation and a matte foundation. What a great idea in the Fit Me line. And so I'm really excited about this. The shade that I have is called 125 Nude Beige, and it is the perfect color for me right now. It is for normal to oily skin, and it's not like 24-hour wear or anything. If you don't need super long wear is why I would pick this. This doesn't last for like 12 hours on me. This would last for like 6 to 8 on me. I always powder it a little bit just to make it last a little bit longer because it's not like a super stay long wearing foundation, but I am in love with this. I think it just makes my skin look so even and nice and gorgeous and just lively, I guess. I don't think it makes my face look flat. I feel like a lot of foundations that are matte and that are supposed to really disguise your pores can make your face look really flat and one-dimensional. And I feel like this does a really great job of giving good medium coverage, but looks like your skin. It looks like you have dimension in your face. It's not all one color. There are some foundations that I put on and I'm like, whoa, if I ever went out like this is terrifying because I don't have any contour, any blush. I feel like this one just looks like I woke up, but just with really nice skin. But yeah, so that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed my top 10 foundations for oily skin, that you got a couple good recommendations that maybe you haven't heard of, or maybe you have, but hopefully I was able to tell you some new information about some of them. Make sure to go check out Kirsten's video on the channel It's Kirsten. I'm going to link her video and her channel below. Please go subscribe to her. You guys are going to love her, and tell her that I sent you. Have an awesome day, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.